Hello, welcome back to another Godzilla Battle Line video. Today we just got some balance adjustments and we're going to go over them real quick and just give my opinion on how impactful these balance changes are going to be for the ranked meta. Starting out here, we got a buff to Godzilla 1954, setting the cost to 6. Honestly, didn't see that coming, but not a bad change at all. Godzilla 1954 is not really seeing too much play, mainly because he's a newer 4-star, and you have some crazy requirements of getting your other 4-star Godzillas to a nice level. So setting his cost to 6 is definitely going to help him out. He doesn't really feel like a 7 cost carry, and you don't have him half the time since he transforms. So I do think it makes him a little more valuable as a unit, and was a very good change overall. Next buff, we'll just do these together. We got Destroy a Larva, Comma Swarm, and Kamacuras all getting an HP increase. Now this is weird, because obviously the Destroy a Larva and the Comma Swarms were bad. It needed the HP increase, or needed something. Kamacuras has always been good, and if they're trying to promote more play from Destroy a Larva Swarm and the Comma Swarm, I do not know why they would buff the Kamacuras HP when they definitely did not need it. So, ideally, everyone's just going to be using Kamacuras and not the Swarms, but maybe the Swarm HP is a little higher, and maybe it is impactful. We're going to have to see how much HP they gain total. The next buff is Godzilla Earth. Now, Godzilla Earth buff for attack speed is kinda huge. So we don't really know exactly what the stat changes exactly are, right? So attack speed, he has 5 seconds. So who knows what they lowered it to? It could be lowered to 4.9, it could be lowered to 4, it could be lowered to 3.8, who knows? Overall, I think Godzilla Earth is a very strong character. So seeing them give slight balance changes like this to help him out is a very good sign to see. And it's going to help Godzilla Earth hit the ranked meta a lot sooner. Manila, decreased HP. Now this one is a little baffling to me. I do not know why they nerfed Manila. He does not need the nerfs. It's just kinda sucks for the guy. Like, decreased HP, he's already having so much of a hard time living against Batra, and you're just going to decrease his HP like that. Okay, that hurts Manila severely, and I would probably shift to not using Manila at all anymore. Actually, on second thought, it really depends how much HP they take off, because Manila's not that tanky already, so if he gets killed in the same amount of attacks, it really won't matter. But overall, it's just kind of a pointless nerf. There's so many other things in this game that need a nerf, like Batra, and you nerf Manila? Okay. Next is, Biolante. Something we've been asking for to get toned down for quite some time. Lowered attack. What? This change isn't going to do anything, you guys. You're lowering the attack on Biolante. She has a self-multiplying damage buff of 80%. Who cares how much how much is her attack lowered? Like, it has to be literally gutted to the ground to where she could only be used in water for this to make a difference. So is Biolante nerfed out of the meta? Highly unlikely. Highly unlikely, unless this lowered attack is translated to gutted attack. Like, that is gutted. So I would not panic if you're a Biolante user and depend on Biolante. She's going to be fine. Lowered attack is not going to hurt her. She has a multiplying damage buff. Out of all the stats lowered on her, attack should have been the least prioritized. Next is another S tier unit, Psychic Chorus, adjusted growth rate to align with other battle pieces. So we've talked about Psychic Chorus being broken at 25, so they've caught on to that, and it's probably a bug. Like, Psychic Chorus shouldn't have been that strong at 25. It probably should have been closer to where it was around 20. Overall, I'm feeling weird about the Psychic Chorus change because I had a great idea to make it only heal ground units, which would have changed this game for the better, like you have no idea. Instead, we get adjusted growth rate, which means that Psychic Chorus is either going to be a lot less strong or is going to take way more gold to be usable, which is a little unfortunate because now I'm thinking like I either have to spend like 100k more gold to get it back to what it used to be, or it's just going to be completely not worth it and I should swap to something else. Really gonna have to see those psychic chorus changes, and I'm gonna have to get back to you on our next tier list video. But for the last and final thing, my favorite character in the game currently, Fire Rodan, is getting some changes and some love finally. They finally have listened and came out with honestly just a broken evolution. Like, it's just so easy, he just has to die. So let me explain how good this is for Fire Rodan. Fire Rodan's pre-evolution gives a speed boost, so ideally, all you have to do is suicide speed boost a group on your first push, and then you're going to have Fire Rodan the rest of the match. And you could essentially just do speed boost pushes the entire game with Fire Rodan, and have him heal constantly every time he dies. This is going to open up Fire Rodan meta so much, and if you have not been investing in Fire Rodan, I highly suggest you start buying him. Not only is he going to be a great unit, I guarantee you he's going to be at least an A tier unit, he has also the potential to be a broken leader. So when you have a character that could be a great unit and a leader, that value massively skyrockets. So Fire Rodan should definitely be on your radar now for 4 stars to invest in. And that concludes the balance adjustments for next season. Overall, I love it. It seems like they're listening to feedback. It seems like they're really trying to shift. It's not the perfect balance change, and there is a lot more they could have done, like nerf Batra. They're going to have to nerf Bylante again. I do not think this is enough. And Super X still hasn't been touched in months. So I would like to see those things touched a little bit. But other than that, they're on the right track. I like what they're buffing. Manila nerf, kind of stupid, but they're on the right track. So good balance change overall. We're gonna have 3 new leaders. We're gonna have a brand new unit. It's gonna be a fun season. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.